Pete Nader here with Salsa Legends and Masters Academy. I'm almost speechless that I have an opportunity to be here with my friend for many years.
Many years.
And you may have heard of him. He's a very popular singer in the salsa genre, Tito Nieves. Tito, thank you for taking the time.
No, thank you for coming down, man.
We are in beautiful Celebration, Florida, which is in the Orlando area. Tito and I just had a delicious breakfast. Thank you, my brother.
No, thank you, bro. Thank you.
So, Tito, I know a lot about your history, and a lot of people know a lot about your history, but there may be some who don't know your history. So, if you could make believe someone who doesn't know you, and just kind of go back to when you started singing and who you sang with.
Well, you know what, Pete, before I get into that, I want to thank you personally for coming down. And I've been looking for something of this sort for many years. And I think the time we did the show in New York City, I had told you, Pete, we need a program with all the power that we have today with the websites and things going of that nature. We need a program to educate the people. And you told me, Tito, I have one. And don't be surprised if I come down. And I said, well, make it my day, man. And you came down, so I thank you. I started in 1975 with a band called Loqueta Cimarrón. I started as background vocalist. At that time, Rafael de Jesus, the great Rafael de Jesus, was a singer there, and he took me under his wings for many years. And then he left in '77, around there, and I became the lead vocalist of Cimarrón.
I'm having a mental block. The leader of that band was
Ronde, right? No, you're not having a mental block. We're getting older, baby. You know, it's funny because I was telling Pete this morning, I was texting him my address. I texted him my address last week. He said, oh, I don't know what I did with it. I said, join the club, man. You know, it's called early signs of Alzheimer's. Anyway, 1975, and then in 77 I became the lead singer. In 1977, also, I was approached by Johnny Ortiz to do my first recording with Fania Records. Johnny Ortiz and Loqueta Taiborí. In 1978, I was blessed with a phone call from my idol, Hector Lavoe, because Manuel was leaving to record his album, El Campanero. And in 1978, I lasted with Hector about a little less than a year. And then in 1979, I was approached to record with Julio Castro Masacre in January. And in 1979, June of 1979, that was the birth of Conjunto Clásico. And Conjunto Clásico, I lasted there till 1986. I rested for about 1 year.
7 years?
Yeah, 7 years. We did about 9 albums. And then in 1987, I signed with Armin Records. In 1988, Sonambulo was released. And then from there, I became a soloist, 1988 till now. Yeah. And I've been with a couple of companies. I feel like a baseball player when he's traded from company to company. Yeah. I mean, it's a different team. But you know what, Pete, I've been living a dream for 40 years, man, 40 years. We started reminiscing, Pete and I, as we were having breakfast. That's what you do when you cross 50-yard line, you know. And we started talking about clubs. I showed him on my iPhone, I had about maybe close to 50 clubs, nightclubs, and places we used to play in New York. They're gone. They're nowhere to be found.
When I post this video, I'll have that list underneath the video.
And you have to add on, because, you know, that's what it's a snowball effect.
Definitely, yeah. Mm-hmm. But just to roll a few off the top of our heads, of course, of Casino 14,
Bonnie Googles, Village Gate,
Jason
Casablanca, Ipanema,
Night Tracks, you
Night
mentioned
Tracks,
that was in the Bronx.
Café Remy, Estudio 84, Cabrojeño, Happy Hills Casino,
New York Casino,
Fuego,
Club Broadway, Ochentas,
Palm Tree, Aretama, Wampachanga. Bro, you want to keep on?
Your memories.
No, you know what happened? Great memories, Pete. Great memories. When I saw Pete in the early 70s. Man, I was just starting the business. I was mesmerized. It was Judy Gonzalez singing. Judy Gonzalez. You were young. You're my same age, right?
I'm a few months older than you. I'm already 56.
Oh, cool. But I saw Pete. You were the youngest one. in the band.
Yeah.
He was the baby of the band.
I started with Harlow in '74.
Right, and I saw a Ralph Costello next to me.
Exactly.
Remember? I'm telling you, because they used to sing chorus.
Yeah.
And I saw you on Bonnie Google. That was on a Thursday night. Yeah. Wow, we're going down.
But you know what? You mentioned Junior Gonzalez. I don't think Junior Gonzalez was in the band.
Yeah, he was there.
Was he there?
Yeah, he was there. Because he might have left already.
No. But by the time Barney Google's open, I thought Junior had already left.
No. Because Junior became a soloist much after so many other years. Right. Because at that time, you had recorded this. I remember Ralph Costello like it was yesterday. Because after Junior, you know who came in? Nestor Sanchez. Right. And Nestor.
Well, actually, there were a few singers. Chimirico Davila sang with the band. Ruben Blades actually sang with Harlow for a few months too.
Yeah.
Before Nestor came into the band.
Yeah, but
Michael Agenti.
Michael Agenti, yeah. But I remember Junior. But I remember there was a song that I used to like. It was called El Negrito Ñeñere. Okay. Yeah. Todo el mundo está llorando. Okay. And anyway, those moments like that have a strong impact on my life, you know, because all we have is memories. You know, we can't take any material things with us. We can't. We take the good and the bad memories that we have. And I've been fortunate enough to have a lot of great memories in these 40 years. Have I had ups and downs? Of course. You know, I've had a drug addiction. For so many years, I've been clean sober 24 years. Yeah. The loss of my son. I had cancer. So it hasn't been peaches and cream. But you know what? If I was to do a balance of my life, a lot more good things. You know.
How long have you been cancer-free?
Cancer-free since 1984, which is 31 years.
Wow.
31 years.
That's
by the grace of God, you know. Because a lot of people, Pete, they see the good things. They see the person on stage. They don't know much about the personal life. You know, once we leave stage, we're husbands, we're fathers, grandfathers, we're sons. You know, I was fortunate to have my parents together till last year. My mother passed on, and thank you. And my father's still living. My father's 86. We good?
So an interesting thing just happened while we were recording the video.
Wait, let's tell the truth. What happened?
I'm using my phone.
Right. You know, technology is incredible. Today he has the iPhone 6, and we're recording this on the phone. So guess who called? Giovanni Hidalgo. Anxiously awaiting his arrival because today he has Giovanni Hidalgo, Germán Olivero, who else?
Tito Nieves.
Tito Nieves, and then Mickey and Donald Duck because he's here with his family.
Mickey's been trying to make an appointment with us, but I said, Mickey, you know, I love you, but you're not really a salsa name.
Yeah, you don't dance salsa.
Yeah, no. I don't know if I'll get to see you today. And Minnie was upset too.
So where were we? We were saying what? I forgot. See, he called. Anyway, we were going down memory lane.
Oh, we were talking about who the singers were with Harlow back then. And
yeah, well, no, because I remember when I saw you. It was one of those Thursday nights that I saw you, and I remember you were the youngest guy in the band, and Ralph Costello was next to you. He was singing coro. I remember Frankie Rodriguez. Okay, Frankie Rodriguez. Am I right at the same time?
So that had to be more like maybe
Julio playing bass.
77, 78.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
So, but let's talk about you. So,
okay. I thought it was about us, but not about me.
The days when you were with Classico, we used to play at the Corso a lot. I was before Fascinación. I was with Casanova and Montuno,
right?
And that was early '80s, like 1980, 81, 82, and then Fascinación formed in '83. But for all those years, we were at the local clubs in New York, you know, playing on the same nights for many years. And we had a lot of good
times. And you know the funny thing, Pete, I tell people, you know, especially the youngsters that want to know, I tell them the amount of work we used to have. We used to play with Clásico, the average, maybe anywhere from 8 to 12 gigs a week. We used to do triplets, doubles. He can tell you. He can tell you.
Quadruples.
Yeah, I did. Well, okay, how about 5 gigs? What do you call that? It's not quadruple. What is that?
Quintuplets.
Okay, well, that's what it is. We did five in New Year's. One in New Year's we had. We started at 9 o'clock. We ended up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You know, because New York, like we were just mentioning some of the clubs, but we had after hours, right? We had weddings. We did a lot of outings like La Villa. We did La Montaña del Oso. No, there were so many activities going on, and I remember leaving Ipanema and going across the street to Casablanca,
Exactly.
and all the places were packed. I remember doing Roseland and going right across the street Casablanca, and I remember, I mean, Corso and Corso was open Wednesdays, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because Bonnie Goose was Thursday.
Thursdays.
Right. And then every day we had the Village Gate on Monday. Tuesday was Copacabana. Wednesday was everybody,
Right.
you know, because you had the other club called Wednesdays.
Right.
And then Thursday to Sunday, everybody, it was an open field.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Those were the good old days.
But those great memories, man.
Not like
Great
that.
memories.
Not like that now.
Yeah. But you know what, Pete? This is, as we were talking at breakfast, and I want to share with all your fans here, that this is the importance of what Pete's doing and whoever else is doing this on the web. You know, it's important to educate the people. You know, the importance. I mean, we're known. The singers are known. The soloists are known. But you know what? Who makes us shine? You know, the producers, the musicians, the guys who went to universities to study. Man, you know, it's so important to educate yourself. I was talking to Pete also off camera. It's like being a sports fanatic. You know, who doesn't know who Top Cobb was, Babe Ruth was, Pete Rose was? You know, you go deep into that, into the sport. So we should have that information. So when you look, like you said, Chano Pozo, or Pedro Flores, or Rafael Hernandez, you know who you're talking about. Or Ismael Rivera, Hector Lavoe. I mean, Hector Lavoe, people know him more now because of the movie El Cantante. But there's a lot of singers like Peter Conde, you know, that a lot of people, you know, don't know and made an impact in my life.
You know what I didn't mention to you, Tito, that when we do the post in Salsa Legends and Masters Academy, we do the bio, you know, where they were born and who they sang with or played with. We also do the credits, the recordings that they've done, whether it was theirs as a main artist or they were sidemen or background vocalists. And then we have some videos posted too. So you can get like the complete picture, their bio, their recording credits. You can click on the recording credits, and we're going to set it up so that you can actually hear pieces of it and possibly buy it if you're interested. And then the videos, so you can see them in action. We don't have videos, and it's stuff that's on YouTube.
Right.
We just put it all together.
And anything that's being sold, believe me, anything that's being sold, we're not making money, I mean, to become millionaires. It's to put it back into the pot.
Exactly.
You know, because a lot of people, now they're saying, they're doing this, they're doing that. You know, it's everything costs in life. Everything costs in life. So, you know, hey, but we're giving you this information, you know, because, hey, I didn't pay his trip. He came down, you know. So his trip, he just rented a car. You know, he's doing his footwork, and he's on vacation with his family at the same time. So he's taking out of his family time to do this, you know.
So remember, guys, I mean, nowadays on the internet, you can get a lot of the stuff free on the internet. But keep in mind that, you know, you got to support the artists,
Of course.
you know, and it's just helping to keep the music alive. So buy a record here and there now and then.
Oh yeah. Don't follow that parody. Or you know what I'm saying? Don't download for free. You know why? Because we're not the only ones that get hurt. The composers get hurt. You know, a lot of families, man, they get hurt behind it. And I just want to share something, if Pete hasn't shared it already, but I had the pleasure and the honor to fulfill one of my goals. It was to record it live with the Mambo Legends. And why I say one of my goals, because the era where I remember Jose Madera. I shared this that night at the, what they call it, where we played at?
Westgate.
I'm thinking about Village Gate at Westgate. I saw Jose Madera when I was 10 years old. 10 years old. I saw him with long hair. Remember Mark Anthony when he first had the long hair? I saw Madera playing timbales with Tito Rodriguez. I was 10 years old. Yeah. And yeah, I always remember, I'm telling you, there's just certain things that just impact my life, and I've always taken that to heart. And I saw myself recording with these guys, the Mambo Legends, which I respect enormously. Everyone there has their title and my most respect. And I was in the booth singing live. And I swear to God, no mess up, man. You know that. We never stop. It's awesome. Awesome.
You got to hear it.
I mean, this is the musical, a musically orgasm that I had. That's what I had. Beautiful.
For us too, Tito. It was amazing.
No, great.
So in that particular recording, not only is Tito Nieves on it, Tony Vega's on it, Jose Alberto, Eddie Palmieri.
We're waiting for the arrival of Gilberto Santa Rosa.
Yes.
And he's dying to do that.
Right.
He just had some legal problems with one of the record companies.
Frankie Vasquez, Cita Rodriguez, and
Marco. And let me tell you something. I got to commend all three of those singers because you know what? They've held the torch there. Frankie Vasquez, you know, with Frankie, great singer. Marco Bermudez, I call him the hit secret. You know, I call him and Cita. You know what? Cita's been there, man, at all times. Well, I mean, she's from her father's hands. You know, looks like daddy.
You know, Tito. I'm sorry. Talking about that, tell the followers who were some of your early influences. Who did you listen to? Who inspired you? You know, and I knew you grew up in New York.
Yeah,
right?
I was born in Puerto Rico, Rio Piedra, Puerto Rico. But in less than a year, I was in Brooklyn. You know, my dad worked for many years with General Instruments and engineers. And my upbringing was, first of all, música de trío. Because my dad, you know, my uncle is Miguel Ángel Amadeo. So they would gather like every weekend.
The other day.
Yeah, 81. 81, still going strong. I was there the other day.
He looks great.
Yeah. So anyway, that was my upbringing, and then we had a wide variety of music because in my house, I remember a Gran Combo, the Boogaloo. I remember Tito Puente and Celia Cruz. They had Aquarium. Remember that song Aquarium?
No,
Aquarium.
I
Yeah, that was by the Fifth Dimension.
Oh,
I
remember.
Yeah. And then we had Davilita. We had Daniel Santo. Then soon after, my mother had bought Cheche Cole. You know, we had what Puerto Rican doesn't have Cheche Cole? Come on, you know, Asalto Navideño. We had that. So that was my upbringing of music, and then we had our great Ed Sullivan show. You know, so we used to see every Sunday night the Ed Sullivan show, and then Tito Puente, Tito Rodriguez. You know, we had an album of each. You know, of each.
So the R&B music and the Latin music, a lot of us who are from New York grew up with that.
Oh yeah,
that around us, and it shaped, you know, our taste in music, and I think that's one of the reasons why you've been able to do like I'll Always Love You.
Of course. You know, well, I snuck into the Apollo, and I have to say it. I snuck into the Apollo when I was about 11, 12 years old. I used to do talent shows. It was four brothers and myself. You know, I say four brothers, four black guys and myself. I grew up in the project in Brooklyn. And I've always had the influence. I got to see up and close James Brown, Brendan the Tabulations, the Four Tops, Coon the Gang. I remember because one guy paid a ticket and then we snuck to a side door, you know, and we got to see, and that also was an impact for me because I love doing duets. I love voicing. If you listen to a lot of my recordings, I do my own voicing, you know, because I love voicing. And I was telling Pete, I'm one of the fortunate guys in the business. I've never studied music. I was devastated when I went to high school. I went to Severian High School, which is a Catholic high school. But my wish and my dream was to go to music and art. I went to music and art. I couldn't go because I was out of the district. And I had the passion and everything. And I had like my life set. I wanted to go music and art. And then I wanted to go to, where's the school that Tito Puente went to on 60th Street, the college?
You're not talking about LaGuardia, are you?
No.
Manhattan School of Music?
No. Juilliard. I wanted to go to Juilliard. And I was devastated because I was out, and I didn't have a family member.
Well, you know what? You didn't do too bad considering you didn't get that far.
Yeah, but you know, Pete, it's like always living on the edge. I've been very lucky, man. Very lucky. I remember 1984 when I got cancer, where the doctor was supposed to take my facial nerve from my face, and I was going to be paralyzed from my mouth, you know. And that was a scary moment. But I always say, I'm a strong believer in God. I always say that God doesn't come when I call him, but he never comes late. He was always there for me, always there for me. And here I am, 40 years. I said it the other day at Lehman College. We did a Lehman College show, my 40th anniversary. And I said that day, if I died today, don't cry for me because I've lived my dream. 40 years in the business. Not that I want to die, believe me. But I've enjoyed my life. I have. I've traveled the world. Japan, like you've had, Europe, Asia. I've been to Turkey, you know, all over this world. I mean, where Latin music has taken me. I still have to go to Alaska. I want to go to Sydney, Australia. I want to go to Russia, you know. You just came back from Russia. You know, do I envy you? Yes, I envy you. Yes. I want to get to Russia. You know why? But I thank you. You know why? Because you opened that path for me. You know, and I see that maybe tomorrow I can get there. You know.
God willing, man.
Oh yeah.
God willing. It's
and great. Russian dancing, salsa. Not Latino, Russian dancing.
It's
salsa.
amazing.
Oh yeah. Because I spoke to Richie Batar from Gran Combo. Yeah. He told me the same thing. Tito, Russian are dancing salsa.
Dancing good too.
Yeah. And that's where we have to thank the pioneers, right? Where was Machito, Tito Rodriguez, Celia, and who else? Mario Puente. Tito Puente, all of them. And we have to continue this, man.
Yeah, that's why it's important that, whoever you are watching this now, maybe you know somebody younger who kind of likes the music, but they don't really know that much about it. Share this with them, educate them, so they can become more familiar with who people like Tito are, mm-hmm. and who Tito was influenced by. The more you know, the better it is. It's all about keeping the music alive. It's not like it used to be, but it's important, and that's why I decided to do Salsa Legends and Masters Academy. Because like Tito, I've been blessed. I've traveled all over the world. I'm not rich, but I'm rich in memories and my life has been great. Yeah. So I feel blessed, and I want to give something back, and that's what Salsa Legends and Masters Academy is all about.
But the word rich has a lot of different definitions, meaning rich in what? We're rich in health. We're doing great. I know people that are millionaires, and they're in a wheelchair, in a walker. That's not being rich. For us, we're here 40 years in this business already. You a little longer. You were like 42 years already? Around it?
Yeah, 42. Yeah.
42 years. And you know what? They've gone by so quickly. When I see them?
I'm looking at two armadillos.
Oh, yeah. We got everything here. We have lions coming out. Don't worry. We're here celebrating.
Hopefully the lions.
The funny thing is that people see a snake and they see a crocodile, because I just took them downtown celebration. It's all lakes. And you see a crocodile come. Hey, they were here before us. Yeah. We have black bears here, Hey, we have Mickey. We have Donald.
I'm sorry I interrupted you,
mm-hmm.
but you were talking about over 40 years, so.
That's a blessing. That is a blessing.
A lot of blessings.
Very, very seldom you see somebody on a job that they love. Because I love, I'm going to tell you the truth. What I hate about this is the business. It's the business. I still feel the passion when I take the mic and I sing. I look at the expression of the people. I feed off the people.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
That you're like really happy when you're singing. You're smiling.
I love it.
You're like saying hello to people and people you don't know.
I love it. I've always been a people person, man.
I've always been.
You know what? I'm going to tell you the truth, Pete. When you told me you were coming, I swear to God, I was excited. I was, man. I had a training session this morning. I had some other things. He just invited, and we were doing lunch, and I said, look, I'm sorry, I'm with my friend. But this is the truth. You know why? Because we don't have many of us around. You know that? I can mention people, and you're going to say, wow, they're gone. They're gone. They're gone. I mean, the people that we started with in this business, they're not around anymore. Whether it's physically or just they got so depressed with the business.
Yeah, it's hard. So Tito, talking about that, what would you tell to a younger person who's passionate about the music, and give some advice to young people who are interested in this music and what they can do to be good or great at it, and just hang in there.
Well, if you're going into I have a son. I think he's 18. He'll be 19 this year. He's going into Full Sail University. It's one of the better universities in engineering, music, and filming here in Orlando. I never wanted him to follow my footsteps, but I guess the musical bug that got me, Pete got him also. So I told Tito, I want you to become much more than what I am. I want you to read music, take engineering, whatever happens, in case it doesn't work for you. He's a drummer. In case it doesn't work for you, you have something to fall back on. Now, the dream that you have, continue those dreams, but always have something else to fall back on. Always have some kind of education. You know why? Like many others, like even Pete, the great Pete Nader, he can tell you. But today he lives comfortable. Why? Because he invested in his other career,
my day job,
and his day job. But he chose a day job and he lives comfortably. A lot of people, I guess the ego gets the best of you. Oh, they can't see me working a day. I know a lot of people a lot of entertainers that are your fans of that work the day job. And you know what? They have a great pension today, man. You know,
it's not easy. It's not easy, but if it's something you're passionate about, we can tell you that it's very enjoyable. It's fulfilling. Uh, we're talking about rich. It may not make you super wealthy, but if it's something you enjoy, that's important in life too. You have to enjoy life. So, uh, you know, one of the things I was telling Tito earlier that we're going to be doing is something called Lessons with Legends and Masters, where you can actually learn from legendary musicians from the salsa genre. And what would be better than to be able to learn from somebody like Nicky Marrero or Johnny Rodriguez or George Delgado or Ruben Rodriguez, a bass player, who's on board, and we're going to keep bringing people in the comfort
and
of
yourself.
your living
Don't
room.
leave yourself out.
Well, I'm not going to be teaching. I'm going to be.
Well, you know what? But then you're egotistic because you have to show these people, man. You know what? You know what? You're great, bro. You're great. The chops are still there, and you know what? People have to enjoy you, man. We can't keep it for your kids,
stop
man.
Playing. I just
no, but you know what? You have to share with your fans too, and you know what? I thank God Johnny's around, Madera's around, Sonny Bravo's around, Pete Miranda's around, Bobby Pacelli. Woo! Yeah, do you know who Bobby Pacelli is? Bobby played with the three greatest, man, with Tito Machito and Puente.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, and he's still around, and Mitch Froman, Vichy Rouette, Ricky Gonzalez. You have so many. And what is the young cat that was playing?
Jason Villamar.
No, not Jason Villamar Peruano. He's another great guy. But the other guy that his brother plays with Palmieri, he played with us.
Curtis. There's Lucas and Zakai Curtis.
Man.
Curtis brothers, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're awesome. They're awesome, when I turn around and I see somebody young, I say, yeah, that's good. That's a plus for us,
So, Tito.
Yeah.
Real quick, for people who, growing up now and don't know the roots, you mentioned some of them earlier, but who are people that younger people should listen to become familiar with the roots of our music that, you mentioned some of them before, but that you really stress they should become familiar with to have a good foundation?
I tell you, you hit it on the nose. I would start as far as Tito Puente, Tito Rodriguez, Machito, Celia Cruz, they were my foundation. Gran Combo, La Ponceña, different singers. I don't know. You like Mark Anthony? Go back to Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony had Hector Lavoe. I used to take Mark Anthony to the clubs with me. When nobody knew who Mark Anthony was. Ruben Blades, the great Ruben Blades. You still got him around, and I'm pretty sure you can jot into his website. He has a website where you can send him things. Take advantage of Iman Miranda, another great one, man. He's still around. I don't know. When I think about Maya, I think about Junior Gonzalez. I think about Junior. But try to reach out and try to make it. You got Tito Allen out there, Adalberto Santiago. You still have a lot of legends, man. People that were my mentor. When I did Sonambulo, the first two guys that I really analyzed was Tito Allen and Nestor Sanchez. And Nestor's not here anymore. Great singer. Great. And you know it.
Oh my God.
You're talking about somebody who studied solfeo, somebody who read on site, he did commercials. Nestor Sanchez.
And he really did his homework, because I heard a very, very early Nestor Sanchez recording. And, he sounded all right.
Yeah.
But how much better did he get, man? Because he went home and he did his homework. He practiced his voice. He trained his voice. He practiced solfeo. He practiced his Spanish, his rhyming. He did his homework, and he became a true master of vocalizing.
Yeah, and he was one of my idols. Yeah. And he was one of the humblest person you want to ever meet. It's funny because in 1978, I was with Hector Lavoe, and Hector was singing a bolero. I think it was Comedia. And I was in the kitchen. And here comes a skinny guy with long hair. And he comes towards me. He goes, ¿Tú eres Tito Nieves? I said, yeah. He said, sí, ya, y tú vas a ser un gran cantante un día de esto. That was Ruben Blades. Wow. Ruben Blades. That was 1978. He was still with Barreto. And I remember going up to Tito Allen and asking Tito some things. And he said, no, escucha los discos que hemos grabado, date llevar por eso. So I've always had good advice. But I've always did my homework. On my days off, I would go see Peter Conde. I would see Pacheco. I would say, you know what, you have to study the artist. But I've always had the passion for the music, and I've always had the passion for the history of the music. A lot of people say, Tito, you know a lot about this music. I said, no, because I did my homework. And what I don't know, I want to learn.
We never stop learning.
No,
we never stop learning.
No.
And do your homework. Listen, become familiar with the styles of different important singers and their eras, and take a little bit from everybody, and then develop your own style. And listen to American music too. Take a little bit of that and let it influence your style too. Ultimately, you want your own style, but you're always learning and taking little bits, pieces from here and there.
Of course. I mean, that's how we started. I was imitating. I was mimicking the Beatles. I was, hey, everyone does that. I see kids do that. And I said, wow, there I go at 3, at 5, at 6 years old, But no, I guess you have to feel that passion that we feel today. There's a lot of things that we do, a lot of benefits, a lot of things we do for free, just for the charity. I love to rehearse just to rehearse, because I don't know anything else that would give me that same feeling than my music.
Tito Nieves participated in the upcoming recording with the Mambo Legends Orchestra for free. He didn't tell me to say that, but I happen to know that.
Yeah.
Because he loves the music, he respects the people who are part of it, and we appreciate it. And thank you, Tito. And Tito Nieves also sang for free at the Westgate, which, Tito Nieves is not an inexpensive act, but we were lucky enough.
No, but you know what happens? Listen to this. I always say, just to be with my friends, my old friends. Like, we don't have, I can mention a lot of them that are gone, and you're going to feel it. But Johnny Rodriguez, Jose Madera, Pete Nader, Richie Ruet, Ruben Rodriguez, who was that? Jose Tavares was there, I think? No.
Jerry Madera.
Yeah, Jerry Madera. We're talking about over George Delgado. When's the last time we shared a stage together? The truth.
Well,
I don't want somebody to turn around and say, "Oh, so and so died," because every time a piece of my heart dies. A piece of my heart died, and or what I'm trying to say to all my friends out there in the music business, take care of yourself, man. Take care of your health. You know what? Get yourself checked out. Please get yourself checked out. Those are the primary things, man. Health, because if you don't have health, you don't have anything. We're losing a lot of our fellow members due to diabetes, high blood pressure, cholesterol, things that you can avoid. Walk a couple, Hey, I battle with weight, man. Right now, I'm sitting at 275. I want to go down to 240. I'm a 42 pants. I'm an extra large shirt. But I want to go down, not because of the look, because I want to prevent these things. Because I became a diabetic because I was 376 pounds. I'm no longer diabetic. My cholesterol total is like 160. So I'm great. I still battle a touch of blood pressure. I mean, a high blood pressure, but I checked it yesterday. It was 127 over 77. That's good. Great. And my heart is great. So I'm going to be around for a long time. And you look good too, man. You're going to be around for a long time. I mean, you have more hair that time. You got to look around. I'm going to tell you where to look. Look for Junior Gonzalez or Larry Hollow in the early 70s. You're going to see Pete with a fro. They're right there next to the
It wasn't a fro, but it was a big.
Yeah, a lot of hair. Yeah. We used to blow them out.
Yeah. Tito, thank you, man.
We finished?
Yeah.
But this is part 1.
Okay.
You know why? Because we're going to continue this. Why we want to continue this? Because we want you to tell your friends, about what Mr. Pete Nader is doing, talking about the legend. And I hate the word legend. I swear to God, I hate it. You know why? A legend to me is someone who's been in the business 50, 60 years. I still got him 10 years. I hate legend. I hate icon.
We can consider you a master, but there
are others. No, I want to be your friend, your boy, bro. You know what? That's like una carga. When I'm saying, like, to me, a master. Who's a master? Johnny. They got 50-something years.
They're living legends.
Oh,
those guys are living
incredible.
legends.
So incredible.
If you want to learn more about living legends like Jose Madera and Johnny Rodriguez and Larry Hollow
and Sonny Bravo
and younger masters here who don't want to be considered a legend, but he's going to be a legend.
Yeah, when I die.
This is the place to check it out. Salsa Legends Masters Academy. Tito Nieves. Oh,
Papi,
my God, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
This is the first interview. He cut me short because you know why? He got Oliveira, Herman, then he's got Giovanni. He got a whole list of people. But please tell your friends, man. We're here. We're coming to you.
Thank you. God
Thank
bless.
you, papi.